Hey everybody, welcome to another DW Plays video. This time I am taking a look at, as you can see, Probotector 2, Return of the Evil Forces. Which, those of you outside of Europe will probably be pretty unfamiliar with, until you see how it actually plays, and this will look very familiar to a lot of you. So, you may be looking at this going, man, that looks an awful lot like Contra. Is that a Contra clone? No, it is actually the European release of Super Contra, or Super C. The only real difference between the two games is they changed up the visuals. They play the same, but apparently shooting soldiers was not appropriate for the European audience because they're really sensitive about that whole violence thing. Or at least they were back then, in video game form anyway. There's a whole thing. There was a whole thing in Germany about so-called ego shooters, which amuses the living crap out of me, by the way. That's what they refer to as first-person shooters, or at least they used to in Germany. I think they just call them FPSs now. But, they used to call them ego shooters, or ego shooters. So, yes, the spread shot. The ultimate Contra weapon. Now, it should be noted that I don't really know what I'm doing with this game, or just Contra in general. I really didn't play Contra back in the day. I didn't have access to Nintendo systems until a lot more recently. And the Nintendo systems I first got access to were, not the NES, or the SNES. Specifically the Game Boy Advance, and the, GameCube. Yeah, the spread shot's almost cheating. It is stupidly powerful. And rule of thumb with Contra is never stop hammering the shoot button, which is very tiring on the thumb, I might add. But I guess you get used to it after a while. But suffice to say, we have defeated the chopper there. And it's on to the next stage. Yeah, as far as the European release of Contra goes, it's Probotector 2, and they would keep the Probotector name for a while. I know that at least throughout the mid-90s or so, maybe the late 90s as well. I'm not exactly all that familiar with the Contra series, so unfortunately, I'm not exactly sure of the exact history of Probotector or Probotector 2 or... crap. So we're just going to see how far I can get here. Bearing in mind, of course, this is not exactly my kind of game. I don't really like scrolling shoot-'em-ups. It's not that I dislike them, it's that they're just... they're okay. This is definitely, or at least Super C, I should say, is definitely one of the better ones. Especially of its era. I mean, keep in mind that this was on the Super, sorry, not Super, the Famicom and the NES, and it's almost astonishing just how good this game is. As far as an actual review goes, I might review Super Contra at some point. It's possible. Crap. But, I don't think I'd ever review the alternate versions of Super Contra or Contra 3 or whatever. Because I do have I do have multiple versions, because they came out with the Contra Anniversary Collection a while back, and I have that, and that's actually how I have this. So, otherwise I would not have a copy of Probotector 2. This is really not good to do with just the basic, the basic gun. But there you have it, folks. That's Probotector 2, Return of the Evil Forces. I might do another DW Plays video on the other Probotector games I have, but I doubt I'll ever do a full standalone review on it, because they are really just the Contra games, but without shooting soldiers. You're just a robot running around shooting other robots. Because, again, European censorship and such decided back then that was apparently a no bueno for the European audience. I'm pretty sure Europeans can handle it. Just saying. At any rate, I hope you all enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.